Hello and what's up guys? In the previous video I have discussed with you the concept of nodes and today I will go over the concept of topics and how they are used to provide communication among the ROS nodes. Also I will teach you how to use the RQT graph tool in order to visualize all the processes. So as usual I have prepared a file here. So there are some prerequisites. So first I need you to open up your terminal and I need you to install the Turtlesim and the RQT package along with all its plugins. And actually I went over how to install a certain package, a certain ROS package in a previous video. So if you didn't go over this video, please go ahead and click on the top right corner of the screen and watch this video before proceeding. So as before, we will use the apt package manager, install, and type in ROS along with the type of distribution, which is eloquent in this case, and Turtlesim. So I need to type in the password. So apparently Turtlesim has been installed earlier. So also let me install the RQT in the same way. But in this case, I need to install with it all the plugins, and this is why I use the asterisk. So apparently, RQT along with all its plugins has been already installed. So Turtlesim is actually a tool, a very funny and simple tool that will help us learn more about ROS, and I will use it in this tutorial along with the RQT in order to visualize the nodes, how they are communicating with each others, which topics are active, and so on. And it will provide a very useful tool for debugging and etc. So first let me run the Turtlesim. So before doing that, let me see what are the executables and the nodes provided by the Turtlesim. So in order to do that, let me see ROS2 executables, and I think I need to, package executables, and then followed by Turtlesim. So as you can see, I have like 4 types of different nodes or executables provided by Turtlesim, but mainly I will use the last 2. Now the Turtlesim node will allow you to see a window with a turtle inside of it, which you can control on your own. And the turtle teleoperation key will allow you to control this turtle using your keyboard. So let me first run the Turtlesim node. So ROS2 run, as we did in earlier videos. So let me see. Here I need to enter the Turtlesim package, followed by you can use double tab in order to see the suggestions and to see what type of commands can you use. So in this case I will copy Turtlesim node because I want that, and let me paste it here. So as you can see, a window here with a turtle inside of it will appear. But of course, let me open up another, and as you can see, the turtle is named Turtle1, its position along the X and the Y axis, and its orientation are all displayed with a message right here. So let me up a new terminal window, and here actually I will use the teleoperation key in this case. So ROS2 run Turtlesim, double tab, and as you can see I will use the teleoperation key node. And as long as I am in this terminal, I can use like these letters in here to control the orientation of the turtle. For example, let me press like B. As you can see, the turtle rotated right here. Let me use a G, for example, etc. Now I can use also the arrows in order to move around. It's pretty cool, right? But make sure you are inside this terminal window before using these keys on your keyboard. Now, let me give you an idea, a visual or a graphical view of what's happening, of what's really happening when I'm trying to control the turtle. So in order to do that, you need to use the RQT graph plugin. And to run it, just type RQT graph. As you can see here, I have a window right here, and of course I can control what to see, the nodes, the topics, both, the active ones, all of them. Also I can use these boxes to hide some parameters or to show some other parameters, etc. So for now, for simplicity, let me show you the nodes only. So as you can see, you have the Turtlesim right here, which will be the turtle that is being shown right here, and it is a subscriber node. And here you will have the teleoperation turtle, which is the keyboard on my computer, which is the publisher actually. And as you can see, the topic CMD val is the way of communication between this publisher and this subscriber node. As for these actions, ignore them for now. I will go over actions later on in later videos, so don't worry about them for now. So let me keep this opened. Okay, so let me open another terminal window. And here, let me show you, let me talk more about the topic concept inside ROS. So first, I told you earlier that topics are a way of communication among the ROS nodes. So let me introduce you to some commands that you can use. So you can use ROS2 topic list in order to list all the topics that are active right now. So as you can see, I have many topics that are active right now, and CMD val that I showed you earlier is one of them. But why these topics are not shown in the RQT tool, you might wonder. So actually, as I told you earlier, you can control what to hide and not to hide. So if you uncheck all the boxes and you like show everything, so you see that you have, let me also choose the topics and the nodes that are active, not just the nodes. As you can see, you have everything. You have the ROS out, you have the color sensor, the pause, in addition to the CMD val. So you have everything, okay? So feel free to play around with the RQT graph and to discover it. I advise you to do it. Also, there's another way to list the topics. And this is done by using the argument -t, which will give you, in addition to the topic names, it will give you their types or the type of messages that are going through these topics. For example, let me focus on the CMD val for now, which are the commands sent from the keyboard to the turtle in order to control it. And these messages are geometry messages, which is a specific type of messages defined in the ROS packages. You have the color sensor, which is of type color, etc. So let me focus for now on the CMD val, all right? So actually, I don't want to clear the screen. I will use it. Let me open up another terminal window. So now let me see. if I want to know about some information about a topic, I can use ROS2 topic info, but I need to provide the specific type, the specific name of the topic that I need to know about. So in this case, I told you I need to focus on this one. And this like will provide me with some information, including the type of the messages, including the number of publishers. In this case, you have one publisher, right? And it was shown in the RQT graph, and it is the keyboard in this case, and the subscriber, which is the turtle inside this window in this case. So this is it. Now, I will show you some additional commands like ROS2 topic echo, and this will actually allow you to listen to what is being published on the topic right now. So let's say I want to listen to the topic CMD-val. So if I hit enter, nothing will be shown, right? Because I'm not like controlling the turtle at the moment. So if I go back to this window, if you remember, in order to control this turtle using my keyboard, and if I move around with the turtle, now if you go back to the echo window where I used the echo command, you will see for each time I used my keyboard to control the turtle, information will be displayed concerning the linear position, or more specifically the relative linear position, and also the relative angular position of the turtle as it moves around. Now this is pretty useful. Now let me clear the screen. Now let's say that you want to know some additional information about this topic, this type of topics, because you want to publish certain type of data on it. So in order to do that, you can use the ROS2 interface command and show. Now here you need to provide the type of the messages that are being communicated through across this topic or through this topic. So in this case, this is the type of messages. Remember, I obtained it using the info or using the list T. Okay, so as you can see, it is the same right here. Now let me paste it right here. Now this will give me information about the data inside this message. So as you can see, this message is formed from three entries vectors. You have the first vector called linear, obviously because it is tracking the linear position of the turtle, and the second one is angular because it's tracking the angular orientation or position of the turtle. So actually, I don't want to clear the screen. Now, let's say that I want to publish some data on this topic in order to move like the turtle around without using the keyboard way, okay? So in order to do that, we can use ROS2 topic, of course, and pub in order to publish something. Now, I need to specify the name of the topic to which I need to publish some information. In this case, this is the name of the topic, followed by the type of the messages that are communicated through this type of topics. And now you have to pay attention. You need to input the numbers, right? The position, the angular, and the linear positions for this turtle, right? So in order to do that, you will use the YAML syntax, or YAML syntax, which is a markup language similar to XML that uses a specific format. And in this command, in this specific command, I don't know if you are familiar with the Python dictionaries, but this is actually the same thing. So here you will use the curly braces, and then you will enter the exact same name of the data that is provided right here, and that was indicated using the interface command. So here you will write in linear and you enter a colon, don't forget to use a space after the colon, otherwise it will give you an error. It's a common mistake. Try to avoid it. Now inside the linear, as I showed you with the echo command earlier, you will have the X, Y, and Z linear positions, and the same thing along the angulars. So in this case, I will use an additional couple of braces because I have additional data, and in the same way, I will use the colons and the space. So in this case, let's say I wanted to display, I wanted to be displaced by one step along the x-axis, the same thing along the y-axis, and along the z-axis, obviously, it will not be displaced. So you can like leave it empty, or you can put a 0, it doesn't matter. Now, this is it for the linear. Now, let me go on for the angular, and it will be in radiant, of course. So in this case, along the x, it will be, let's say, 0. Along the y, it will be 0. And don't forget the spaces. Now, the z will be like 3.14, which is pi, which is 180 degrees. Now I have everything. Now this message will be like repeated, just like a loop. It will be continuously sent to this topic turtle1 cmd-val, and it will control the turtle continuously. So I'm expecting that the turtle will turn around itself in a continuous manner. So if I hit enter, and the beginning of the loop is there, and as you can see, the turtle will turn around itself on and on and on, okay, until I stop it using ControlC. So sometimes you need like to move the turtle only once. So in order to do that, after the pub command, you can use once. So this will move it like only once. Apparently I deleted something, the / here, sorry about that. So as you can see, it moved only once. I don't know if you have noticed. No, it didn't. I have a mistake. Oh, this is horrible. Okay. There was a / in here, sorry about that. Now it should work. So as you can see, it moved only once. I will repeat it again. So if you notice here, it moved only once. Now, sometimes for certain robotics applications, you need to like send messages in a uniform manner. So you need to send it at a constant rate. So you can use, instead of once, the word rate followed by the number of messages per second, or in Hertz if you want to be like a certain geek, use Hertz. Okay, whatever. Now, this will give the message like once every second. So as you can see, it will move once each second, right? This is great. Now, of course, I can obtain some information about the rate of messages across a certain topic that are going through a certain topic through the HZ command, which stands for Hertz, I think. Now, to do that, let me go ahead and run this command again, in which I have specified a rate of 1. Now it's running. Let me open up another window, and let me use ROS2 topic HZ followed by the name. No, not that. I think it was turtle1 cmd-val. And this will give you some information about the rate, and this information will be continuously updated. So as you can see, I have the average, the minimum, and the maximum, which are very close to 1, and the average actually is what I have specified, equal to 1, and this will keep on updating. Now, let me see what's happening meanwhile inside the RQT graph, remember? So, let me like stop this one right here, and actually let me do the echo thing again. I want to show you like how does it appear on the RQT graph. So if you use ROS2 topic echo turtle 1 CMD val, okay, if I move it like this, the echo is running. Now what's happening here inside the graph? If you refresh here using this button right here, you can see that, let me like hide some stuff like this in here. So as you can see, you will have like okay, so here you will have this node right here. Okay, let me show you only the nodes. No, not really. Okay. Okay, this is perfect. So as you can see, this topic CMD val is not shared only among the keyboard and the turtle window right here, but also it is shared with this node right here, which is actually the echo that I just used in here. Okay? And actually the same thing will happen if you publish something. So if you publish on this topic, just like I did earlier, so you will see that an additional publisher will appear. So let me show you. So let me use that again. And it's running. So let me refresh. You will see that another node appeared and it is publishing. The arrow is pointing toward the topic, so it's publishing on this topic. So as you can see, the RQT graph tool is very useful. Now let me stop everything for now. So in this video, guys, I hope you learned a lot from it. I introduced you to the topics, to the concept of topics, and you learned how it is used to provide communication among the nodes. Also, I taught you how to use the RQT graph, which is a very useful tool for debugging and any other stuff. In the next video, I will talk more about the ROS actions and services, which are somehow similar to the topic with subtle differences. So for now, I bid you farewell, and I hope to see you later on.